All right, what is going on? So we got another video here. I'm a little late, sort of. This was released yesterday, but we're gonna take a look at the TheMotivation Volume 4 video, which also I don't know if it's within that or they're separate, but there's the TheMotivation Volume 4. There is the new map reveal that we're getting with the new season coming. And then there is the Thing and Human Torch reveal as well. We're gonna watch all those, and we'll try and get some thoughts in on those. But yeah, I have not watched. I've seen little bits and pieces here, just scrolling through like Twitter and stuff. But yeah, I haven't fully watched those. I'm gonna try not to talk too much over the video. I'm gonna let them do their thing, and if there's something important, I'll pause after they're done. We'll talk about it. But try and just watch it, and I won't yap too much. So we're gonna get right into it here.
Hello rivals, Guang here. As we kicked off the exhilarating first half of Season 1, we were thrilled to welcome even more players to the Marvel Rivals community. Together, we united with the Fantastic Four to take the fight to Dracula. In the second half of Season 1, the remaining two family members will be joining the fray, the Thing and the Human Torch. First up, we've got the Thing. He's a powerhouse vanguard, always ready for action. Whether you need a strong defensive wall or a fierce frontline fighter, he's your go-to guy. And then there's the Human Torch. He's a blazing duelist who's here to light up the skies and scorch his enemies with his fiery style. He jumps through the air like a comet and brings the heat when you need a true aerial ace. His presence will certainly ignite the battlefield. But that's not all. Prepare to explore the sinister depths of the Empire of Eternal Night in our new map, Central Park. Venture into this haunted terrain, now dominated by Dracula's vampire legions. Rescue Reta Toska, the Asgardian squirrel god of Yggdrasil, and embark on a daring raid of Dracula's castle to vanquish the darkness and end the Eternal Night. Since Season 1 launched, we've seen an incredible surge of excitement for competitive play. As we head into the second half of the season, we are rolling out some exciting updates and balance adjustments that are sure to shake things up. To that end, we have decided to implement certain adjustments to the competitive mode. The first half of Season 1 will conclude on February 21st, 2025 at 8 AM UTC +0. At that time, rewards will be issued, including the Gold Rank costume, Crest of Honors for those in Grandmaster and above, and the Crest of Honor for the top 500. When the second half of Season 1 kicks off, players will return their ranks and scores from the end of the first half. To qualify for new rewards, simply complete 10 matches in competitive mode and meet the necessary conditions by the end of the second half. These rewards will include an all-new Gold Rank costume and a variety of Crests of Honor, featuring distinct designs for Grandmaster, Celestial, Eternity.
That top 500 one's cool. This is big.
We've heard your feedback about access kernel tokens and how frustrating it can be when they don't carry over. So, we are excited to announce a brand new redemption system. Now, you can convert those access kernel tokens into units. If you purchase the Luxury Battle Pass and redeem all its rewards, you will be able to convert any leftover kernel tokens for units at a specific ratio. We want to make sure that your gaming experience is marvelous, and that you never feel like you are unrewarded for your efforts.
Okay, so we're gonna pause real quick there. So that one is actually pretty big. So I don't know the exact ratio yet. I want to say it's 100-1 is what I've seen, but I'm not too sure. So just quickly, we don't want to get too much into this, but once you buy everything on the luxury battle pass, meaning you have to have bought the battle pass, once you unlock everything, all the excess chrono tokens, at least in the past, well, but I guess we only had season 0 or whatever, these would basically be useless. So you get to the point where you unlock everything, and now all of these quests and stuff are useless. There's nothing. You earn more of these, it doesn't matter. Now it actually does. So it gives you more incentive to actually complete these now. So yeah, the way it works, these don't carry over, right? You have to earn these for that specific season battle pass, right? So now, like, I'm getting pretty close to completing the battle pass already. And we're only going into the second half of the season. So we still have a month and a half to finish this, which I'll probably finish quite a bit sooner than that. But then let's say the last 3 weeks or whatever, all these dailies and weeklies that I'm doing, all of this is wasted because it doesn't carry over. Now you're going to be able to convert those into the blue currency, which you can use to buy costumes. You can't use it to buy the battle pass again. That is only the lattice. But regardless, depending on how much you earn by the end, you could potentially buy yourself a free skin with all that currency you convert. The conversion might not be good enough for that, but maybe a season or two, you might be able to get a free skin out of it. So I think that's really cool. They probably could have been greedy and just not did that, and nobody would have batted an eye. But the fact that they are doing that, along with the fact that battle passes don't expire, they're doing some nice things with that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit because I think that's a pretty huge one. All right, moving on.
Now let's talk tournaments. We've heard your excitement and questions about our plans for Marvel Rivals tournaments since launch, and we are thrilled to see such a passionate community. A thriving player base is the lifeblood of any great game, and we are pumped to see that our in-client tournament, the Marvel Rivals Championship, has maxed out its faction registration in North America. After the upcoming updates in the second half of Season 1, we will be increasing that limit. As anticipation reaches a fever pitch, brace yourselves for a series of Marvel Rivals Invitationals set to kick off at the end of February and continue into March. Now let's turn it over to Zhiyong, who's ready to share the latest balance adjustments for the second half of Season 1.
So pretty cool. They're doing some tournament
Rebels,
stuff.
I'm Zhiyong. Today, we are diving into some exciting balance changes coming up for the second half of Season 1 that are sure to shake things up on the battlefield. First off, let's talk about the journey we have had so far. The first half of Season 1 has given us some thrilling changes compared to Season 0. We have seen more duelist heroes in competitive like Storm and Squirrel Girl really shine, while Hela and Hawkeye have cooled down a bit, finding a better balance. And let's not forget the balance changes at the start of the season and the addition of Invisible Woman. Together, they have revitalized the strategies matter and given players more options. These changes are undoubtedly a win for all. But hold on. There are a few challenges we have noticed that we are ready to tackle to make your gameplay even more epic. The triple strategies lineup has been gaining ground, especially among the upper ranks. For us, it's been great to see so many different team compositions out there, proving that victory isn't just about the classic 2-2-2 lineup. But here's the catch. The quick ultimate recharge for strategies like Cloak and Dagger and our mischievous friend Loki has led to some oppressive moments. A triple strategy setup often means at least one ultimate counters a Vanguard or Duelist's ultimate, which may slow down the game's pace. We want every match to feel exhilarating, not dry out. That's why in our upcoming changes, we will be bumping up the energy costs for those frequent ultimates. We will also be giving some targeted nerfs to certain strategies ultimates. You have Cloak and Dagger, I'm looking at you. While reducing the ultimate energy costs of some of our vanguards and duelists, like Venom and Magic, making it easier for them to unleash their powers. Don't worry though, we are not trying to completely shatter that 3 strategies playstyle. We are just looking to bring in more options for farm counterplays and amp up the excitement.
Okay, quick touch. I talked about this in my patch notes video. I'm totally fine with them nerfing strategists. I'm a strategist main. Totally fine with them nerfing or increasing the charge time on ultimates. But I still think it needs to be across the board. Everybody's, or at least the more powerful, oppressive ultimates all need to be, I want to say doubled. And I think it would solve a lot of these problems, because now you can't just have strategists spamming their ults, but you can't have Moon Knights and Storms and everybody else spamming their ults either. And you're going to have to win a lot more fights with actual gunplay and skill. In my opinion, I think that would be better. I don't know if they're ever going to go that direction, but
now, let's chat about vanguards. Throughout the first half of Season 1, Doctor Strange and Magneto remain the most mainstream vanguard choices, dominating the scene, whether it's a single or double shield lineup. These guys have been the go-to war, soaking up damage and effectively resisting enemy damage pressure. And with the triple strategies lineup, enjoying enhanced survivability. But we want to shake things up a bit. We are planning to dial back the survivability of Doctor Strange and Magneto to keep things interesting. Plus, we will be boosting some of our movement tabs vanguards, and we are super excited to introduce our newest hero, the Thing. Get ready for a fresh take on battle dynamics.
so yeah, I already did a video going over all the patch notes. I'll maybe put that in the comments below.
We have been closely analyzing pick and win rates across all tiers, using battle data and battle rates for our top tier heroes. With all this information in hand, we are making some targeted adjustments to certain characters. For example, Storm is getting a moderate trick to help her find that perfect balance again. Also, Moon Knight's ultimate is also getting a moderate trick to help him feel more balanced. Now, let's talk about the balanced schedule. We know it's been a bit longer than we wanted, and that's made it tough to tackle some big issues this season. So here's our plan. We are sticking to our overall balance adjustments schedule and rolling them out with our big updates for the first and second halves of each season. But going forward, we will also be keeping an extra close eye on the game environment throughout each half season. If we spot any urgent issues, we will swoop in with one quick, smaller adjustment to keep everything running smoothly. Much like Collector observed the innumerable matches, we will mainly be observing and only interfere during the season when necessary. We are committed to being careful with these changes because we want to keep the game to have a stable play environment.
Okay, so great. Love to hear that. I'm totally fine with like big balance patches each half season. Nothing wrong with that. It is nice that they're going to be vigilant and kind of step in if things get out of hand. I do wish they would have addressed the Moon Knight thing a little bit sooner. I still haven't really heard anything. Even reading the patch notes, I'm not sure. I heard there was a bug where Moon Knight's ult was doing double damage or something like that. But it looks like that ends up being the intended damage, but then there was other parts. I don't know. I do wish they would say, hey, we see Moon Knight as an issue. We're not ready to step in yet, but we're keeping an eye on it. I wish they would address things like that a little bit quicker. Even just like saying something, acknowledging that it's a thing. But yeah, it's good to see. All that is good. All the transparency and stuff is great.
We will soon be updating the website with the pick rates and win rates for the first half of Season 1. After that, we will drop the balance adjustment announcement for the second half of the season. Keep your eyes peeled for those official updates. We are rolling out a hidden name feature in competitive mode for players who reach Diamond 3. Once it's activated, your true identity will be under wraps during the loading screen, hero selection, and the start of the match. Other players won't be able to see your name right away, and after a short period in the battle, your real name will pop back up. Thank you for your unwavering support, rivals. We can't wait to see you harness the power of the complete Fantastic Four and stand against the dark forces of Dracula. Ignite the battle.
So that's interesting. The hidden name thing. Basically, it's going to stop people from getting target banned and stuff like that. So probably fine. I feel like one tricks are really the only ones that are really threatened there. Like, I feel like if you're a good player and you have a bunch of tools in your pocket, you don't really need that. Yeah, I mean, it's something. I think that's pretty much it for that video, right? Yeah. So some good stuff in there. Yeah, some good changes and stuff. So luckily they didn't show it, so we can go right into this. And this is the new map reveal, Empire of Eternal Night Central Park. I've seen some quick like peeks and stuff, and it looks really cool. I'll wait till the end to talk about it once I actually see it. Very Castlevania. Dracula's got a treehouse? Oh, maybe it's Squirrel Girls. That's it! I swear I saw more. I'm pretty sure. That's what I had seen. Blade is actually on the map. So stuff like that is really cool. For those of you that played Apex Legends way back in the day, I don't know if they still do it anymore because I don't play that game, but way back when they first added crypto, there was this really cool thing where you went into a certain part of the map and went into this like back room, and you actually saw crypto on the keyboard typing, and then he kind of notices you, I think, and then he runs out a doorway and he's gone. And that was before he actually got added into the game. So it was like a little teaser. I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, Blade was data mined a long time ago. And then there was all the talk about him being captured by Dracula along with Big Horny Squirrel, whatever its name is, the Asgardian Squirrel. So it's really cool to see them like on the map and those kind of live elements. I really like that. I'm curious to see how this map ends up playing out. So yeah, and especially with that like big staircase, it's like 3 floors or something. Crazy. Look at that. I'm curious how that's gonna work out. That seems like a lot of elevation. But yeah, pretty cool. Moving on to The Thing.
Benjamin J. Quinn, reporting for duty. Go easy. Coming through. Let's rumble.
Yeah, so some pretty cool stuff in there too. I'm pretty sure I've seen leaks for their abilities. And I know there were some streamers yesterday that got early access and they probably showed it off and stuff too. But yeah, it looks, I'm not going to go like into detail on that. I'm not going to pull up the leaks or anything like that, but yeah, there's some cool stuff here. So I'm curious. There's one thing, I don't know if it's his shift. This is cool. This is his, I think this is his shift. Looks like you get to get some extra health while you're shifting, an extra 200 health. And then there's like a slam at the end. It looks like there's a ton of destruction that's like in a big bubble, basically. But the thing I'm curious about right here, he's gonna jump to the Jeff. I think it's his E. Yeah. So it looks like there's a dash to like protect your teammate. Now you get like a little stone shield as well. I don't know if it like forces you to jump in front of the character you're targeting. I didn't actually see a targeting thing. Oh yeah, right there. So you do have a targeting thing. So you target your teammate and you kind of jump in front of them. I don't know if there's like a knockback or anything to push the enemy away, but that's pretty cool. Kind of jump in front of your teammates to help them. And then the Wolverine team up. And we got the ult coming up here. Wait, how does that work? Let me see. Go back. Where did he actually activate it? Right here? Yeah. So it's a big like shockwave with knock up. What kind of damage is it doing? I don't know if they're full health. They look like they were already hurt a little bit. Yeah, see, they were like half health to begin with. But yeah, big knock up. Kind of cool. Pretty cool. Look, I mean, doing half the health of a duelist is still pretty nice. Kind of reminds me of Malphite from League, the kind of dash knock up. Obviously, you're not dashing, but you are getting that knock up. So he looks pretty cool. Very brawly frontline tank. And it's nice too, because a lot of the dive tanks, they end up, if that's your only one, they leave your front line and then they're gone. But with his E or whatever it is, his little dive shield, he can dive into their back line if he has to, or into their front line or whatever, and then he can always turn and jump back, which is pretty sweet. Moving on to the Human Torch.
Human Torch in the house, yo. You don't look so hot. Boom goes the meteor.
That's pretty dope.
No applause? Dodge this.
This is really cool. We'll talk about this in a sec.
I'm the brightest in the sky. Supernova.
This is just scary. We're gonna be coming back to that in a sec. So yeah, his left click looks like it uses charges, but it looks like you have choices.
So hot. So hot. Boom goes the meteor.
Yeah, so no, you don't have choices. Okay, so it's your left click is like a shotgun almost. I don't know how tight the spread's gonna be for range.
You don't look so hot.
And then that was his right click. So he shoots down these little fire fields or something. Again, I kind of had a brief look at the leaks for his abilities, but yeah, he shoots down like a little fire field thing. The dive is really cool. I think that's awesome, being able to just dive into them. I think it stuns as well, so that's pretty cool, and it's got knockback. I like that. Now this is really cool. So his right click he throws down these little fire fields. I think he has 4. I'm pretty sure that says 3, but I think I've seen 4. So he did 1 here, 1 here, 1 there, and then 1 there. And then he triggers it, I believe, with his E, and it connects them all. And it connects them all with like a firewall. And the really cool thing is anything inside of it takes damage. I don't know what the damage per second is. It looks pretty chunky though. And I don't know how these are going to work. I imagine they're going to be like line of sight or something like that. But you could be flying up in the air and make a big box around the enemy and then pop that, and then everybody just starts melting on the inside. And if you make your box or whatever big enough, you can probably do a triangle, whatever. You probably don't have to do 4. Whatever shape you want to do, you could probably make it fairly big and just like nuke an entire area. And if like, imagine doing it on a whole point or whatever, or even beyond that to force people off the point. That's going to be nuts. The biggest question for me will be whether that will disappear when he dies. Because certain characters like Moon Knight, when you kill him, his ult keeps going. Whereas other characters, like Penny, for example, her little mine thing, when she dies, that dies. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to go with that. I hope they make it where if you kill him, it goes away, because if he throws that down and starts nuking you and you kill him and that keeps nuking you.
Brightest in the sky.
But yeah, pretty crazy. Now this is scary. This is really scary. Like, you already have to counter storm ults with support ults. Luna pops her ult here. So how this works, from what I understand from the leaks I saw, he throws down his little fire fields. I forget how he turns them into a tornado, but he can turn them into tornado. I don't know if it's because he's in his, I think it's because he's in his ult. Did he go into his ult here? I think so. Yeah, so those little right clicks he throws down to connect, when he ults, they actually turn into fire tornadoes. And with those fire tornadoes, if Storm goes into it, it turns her ult into a huge firestorm, which I assume enhances damage. I think it enhances size too, but... So you're gonna see now those right clicks turn into like a fire tornado, a mini fire tornado. Now Storm goes in. Again, Luna's in her ult right now. So he turns that... Did that get bigger? That's what she said. Oh yeah, that definitely gets bigger. A little bit bigger, not like massive, but look at that damage. I'm not 100% sure, but I think she kills the Luna out of her ult. Where is the Luna? I lost her in there. Unless that was her coming out here and she didn't die. Where'd she go? I think, is that her? I think that's her with the yellow bar around her. Oh yeah, that straight up just melted her out of her ult. So I believe, I want to say Luna's ult heals for like 250 a second. So this obviously does more damage than that, which is insane. Obviously, it's a combination of 2 ults. You had to, I'm pretty sure you have to use. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would have to use his ult. I'm trying to remember what I read from the leaks, but I'm pretty sure she absorbs these fire tornadoes. And I think the only way to get them is if he's in his ult. So, I mean, it's, you're using 2 ults. Yeah, that's crazy. That just like melted that entire team in a Luna ult. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. He looks super fun. I probably won't get to play him. I mean, it was hard enough playing Invisible Woman when she released as a strategist main, because everybody was playing her. It's gonna be even harder now to play him when everybody insta-locks DPS normally. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get some time in with him. But he looks super fun. Looks like he could be really strong. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I don't like insta locking. I can't do it. We'll see. We'll have to try and find some time to play him. But Yeah, some cool stuff there. The new map looks cool. I want to see more of it, obviously, see how it plays before I make any real judgments there. Thing looks good as like a brawler tank, and then Human Torch looks really strong as a duelist. I really like his kit. There are some things I want to see. He's got a flight thing. I don't know how it works. The leaks I read, it was like launches you vertically or something. I don't know if that's going to be straight up or if it's going to be more like Iron Man and Star-Lord, where you kind of got the boost that you can kind of control. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to boost you straight up and then you're flying now and then you can free fly. I don't know if you'll be able to fly like Iron Man and shoot around. I didn't really notice in that video, but yeah, looks pretty cool. I'm excited for it. We only got a couple days until that comes out. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Hopefully you guys are excited for it. Let me know. Are you guys a gonna thing main, or are you gonna Human Torch? And Human Torch is gonna be hard to play. Everybody's gonna be trying to play him, I feel. But yeah, really cool stuff there. I know they've teased some of the skins that are coming with them as well. I haven't really looked at those yet, but yeah, super cool stuff here. I'm excited for it. Looking forward to it. 2 more days, and we'll be getting down on it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you all in the